Om Shri Sai Ram. We have discussed about trigonometric function values, their graphs as well as sign of all the trigonometric functions in all the four quadrants. In this class, let us solve the problems by using the concepts which we have discussed earlier. Let us begin with our first problem. Find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions for the following, where the first question is cos x is equal to minus half, where x lies in the third quadrant. We have already solved such type of problems in your 10th grade, where you will be using the right angled triangle. But that is how you have solved. You have considered a right angled triangle where this angle is always 90 degree, right? And you will be having some angle, and to find the same problem which we have used it, but we used to consider the trigonometric ratios concept, where cos is nothing but adjacent by opposite, adjacent by hypotenuse, where adjacent side is here 1 and hypotenuse is 2, right? And by using the Pythagoras theorem you used to find that, and similarly you used to find the other remaining trigonometric functions. But here we are not supposed to use the same right angle triangle method. Why? Because we are considering the angle in the third quadrant, right? We are considering the angle in the third quadrant, where you have solved in your earlier classes for the first quadrant. That is, if it is a right angled triangle, you can see there is a limitation for the angle, right? If this is a 90 degree, the remaining will be in between, remaining angle will be in between 0 to 90, that is, it should not cross 90, correct? So you were solved for the such angles which lies in this range. That's how you have used the right angle triangle concept in your earlier classes. But here we are considering the more than first quadrant, that is second quadrant, third quadrant and the fourth quadrant, for which we cannot use the right angle triangle concept. But you can use this concept just to confirm the answer, but you are not supposed to use it as a answer, okay? Now how shall we find it out? We have already studied that identities, that is cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1, that is the relation connecting cos and sin, right? So if you know the cos value, you can find the sin value by using this identity. Similarly, we have 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x, 1 plus cot square x is cosecant square x, right? So we can use this concept, use these identities in order to solve the problem. So now we have, it is given that cos x is minus half, so we can find its reciprocal. Reciprocal secant x is reciprocal of minus half, right? So reciprocal of minus half is 1 by minus half, that is minus 2, correct? And it is clearly seen, right? This is negative. Why? Because it is in the third quadrant, where in the third quadrant you have the cos and secant will be negative. Next, by using this cos we can find the sin, right? By using the first identity, cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1. So we have cos square x plus sin square x is equal to 1. From there, what is sin square x? Sin square x is 1 minus cos square x, right? Just substitute the value, that is 1 minus, what is cos x? That is minus half. So minus half square, right? 1 minus minus half square. So that is 1 minus 1 by 4, that is nothing but 3 by 4. But this is the value of sin square x. Now what is sin x? Square is 3 by 4, so sin x will be root of that one, right? Plus or minus root of 3 by 4, that is plus or minus root 3 by 2, correct? Now, since it is in the x lies in the third quadrant, what we can say? In the third quadrant, sign is also negative, correct? So, in the third quadrant, sign is negative. So, therefore, we can write the answer sin x as minus root 3 by 2, since x lies in the third quadrant, okay? Now, since you know sin value, you can find its reciprocal, right? Reciprocal of sin x is cosecant x. So, cosecant x is minus 2 by root 3. Now, in order to find the tan x, so what is the relation? See, you can use any of the relations connecting tan. So, you can find it either, you already know what is secant x, right? Secant square x is nothing but 1 plus tan square x. By using this relation, you can find, right? That is tan square x is secant square x minus 1, like that. Or one more method is, you know already tan x is sin x by cos x. You know what is sin x, what is cos x, right? So, just substitute that value. Sin x is minus root 3 by 2, cos x is minus half. Just simplify this, you will get the answer root 3, right? You got plus root 3. Why? In the third quadrant, tan is positive. Similarly, you can find its reciprocal. So, reciprocal cot x, right? That is 1 by tan x, that is 1 by root 3. So, this is how we can find the other 5 trigonometric function values. Let us move on to the next problem. So, we have our next problem, that is secant x is equal to 13 by 5, where x is in the fourth quadrant, right? In the fourth quadrant, cos x and secant x will be positive. That is how you have the positive value for the secant x, 13 by 5. Now, by using this, we can find the other trigonometric function values, that is, since you know what is secant x, we can find its reciprocal, that is cos x. Cos x will be 5 by 13, right? Next, by using the cos x, we can find the sin x by using that relation. For a change, let us take the second identity, that is 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x, and by using that we can find the tan value. So, we have 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x. This will imply what is secant? So, secant square x will be equal to, or that is nothing but tan square x is equal to secant square x minus 1, right? So, let us use this. So, that is tan square x is equal to secant square x. So, secant x is 13 by 5. So, 13 by 5 square minus 1. So, what is this? Simplify. So, 13 square, you know it is 169 by 25 minus 1, that is 144 by 25. Now, this is tan square x. So, what is tan x? Tan x is nothing but square root of, right? Square root of 144 by 25, that is 12 by 5. Now, the angle is in the fourth quadrant, right? Angle is in the fourth quadrant. So, in the fourth quadrant, tan is negative. So, we have to consider the negative value. So, tan x will be minus 12 by 5. Now, by using this, we can find the cot, right? That is, cot x will be minus 5 by 12. Now, which is left? We have to find the sine and cosecant. So, what shall we use? Let us use this, that is, we can write sin x as tan x into cos x, right? Is it so? We can make the substitution, then we will get the sin x back, that is tan x is nothing but sin x by cos x, cos x will get cancelled, remaining will be sin x, okay. So, that is how we can write sin x as tan x into cos x. So, we already know what is cos x, what is tan x. So, let us use this formula. So, sin x is equal to tan x is minus 12 by 5 and cos x is 5 by 13. So you get the answer minus 12 by 13. So sin x is minus 12 by 13. By using that, you will get the cosecant x as minus 13 by 12. Let us move on to the next problem. Let us take the next problem. We have tan x is equal to minus 5 by 12 where x is in the second quadrant. So tan is given, so we can find cot x is reciprocal of that is minus 12 by 5, correct. Now next what shall we find it out? By using the tan x we can find the secant, or by using the cot we can find the cosecant, right. So let us use that one, that is 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x. So we have 1 plus tan square x is equal to secant square x. So this will imply we have 1 plus tan is minus 5 by 12, right, minus 5 by 12 square is equal to secant square x. Now what is secant square x? Just simplify this. So if you simplify, you get the answer. So that is 25 by 144, right, 25 by 144, which is equal to, you get it as 169 by 144. So this is a square. Then what is secant x? Secant x will be equal to plus or minus square root of 169 by 144, that is plus or minus 13 by 12, correct. Now the x lies in the second quadrant. In the second quadrant, sine and cosecant are positive, so the remaining functions are negative. So secant x is negative. So we have the value of secant x to be minus 13 by 12. Now secant x is the reciprocal of cos x, therefore we can write cos x is equal to minus 12 by 13, right. Next, we know cos x, therefore we can find the sine value, correct, or else we can use the same formula. We know tan x, we know cos x, then we can find the sin x by using this formula. Sin x is equal to tan x into cos x. Let us use that. So we have sin x is equal to tan x into cos x, that is tan x is minus 5 by 12 and cos x is minus 12 by 13. So here what we get? So 12 get cancelled, minus minus becomes plus. So we have the answer 5 by 13, correct. Now what is the reciprocal? Cosecant x is equal to reciprocal of 5 by 13, that is 13 by 5. Let us move on to the next problem. So we have our second problem. Find the values of the following trigonometric functions, where the first one is sine of 765 degree. So we have to simplify this and get the answer. So 765 degree, let us convert this. So we have 765 degree and we have to make use of the concept. Here we have sine of 2n pi plus x is equal to sin x, right. So that or else we can write, see, since we have our angle, it is in the degree measure. So let us have that same formula in this form, that is sine of n into 360, or we can say 2 into n, that is for any integer, into pi. Pi is 180, right. I have just written 2 into 180, that is 360. So we can write the same formula in terms of degree as sine of n into 360, that is any multiple of 360 plus some angle will give you the sine of the angle x, okay. So let us use this concept. So what shall we do? Let us bring this 765 degree to that form, okay. That is, we have to get a multiple of 360 which is near to 765, okay, and plus whatever it is remaining the angle. So we have sine of 765 degree and we can find the nearer value, that is, what is 2 into 360? We have, that is 720, right? So we have 720 plus some, right, 45 degrees. So 720 plus 45, you will get it as 765 degrees. So it is in the same form, right, n into 360, right, n into 360 plus some x, correct, this is x, okay. So that is same as sin x. So this will be same as sin x, where x is here 45 degree, correct. So what is sin 45 degree? That is 1 by root 2. So this is the answer, or this is the value of sin 765 degree. So this is how we can solve such type of problems. So let us move on to the next problem. So we have cosecant of minus 1410 degree. So let us convert, let us bring it to this form. So we have to find a number which is closer to 1410 and it should be multiple of 360. So we can say here, we can write this as minus 1410 degree as it is plus 4 into 360 degree, okay. So that is 4 into 360 degree is nothing but 1440, okay. So what is this angle? That is, we are considering the reverse process, that is, any angle, if you are writing in terms of 2n pi, right, 2n pi plus that angle, you will get the same angle. So we are using that same concept. So we can write this. So 1410 minus 1410 plus 4 into 360 degree, that is 1440. What we get the answer? We get the answer 30 degree, right? So what is cosecant of 30 degree? We know cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So that is sin 30 is nothing but 1 by 2. So cosec 30 is nothing but reciprocal of 1 by 2, that is 2. Next, let us move on to the next problem. Tan 19 pi by 3. So here the angle is in the radian measure, right? So we have to use this formula, that is, and one more thing which we can observe, it is that this formula applicable for all the trigonometric functions, that is tan of 2n pi plus x is also same as tan x, okay. So we have tan 19 pi by 3, so we have to bring it to this form 2n pi plus x. So for that, what shall we do? Let us find a number which is closer to 19 and it must be divisible by 3. So we can say 18 which is closer to 19 and it is divisible by 3, right. So we can write this as, so 19 can be written as 18 plus 1, right, by 3. Next, simplify it. So that is tan 18 pi plus pi by 3, or else you can split it, that is tan 18 pi by 3 plus pi by 3. Then what is this, right, tan 6 pi plus pi by 3. Now you have tan 6 pi, 6 can be written as, so you have to bring it to this form 2n pi, where n is any integer. So you can write that as 2, n is 3 into pi, 2n pi, right, plus angle pi by 3. Angle pi by 3 is nothing but 60 degree, right. So tan 2n pi plus pi by 3, so that is nothing but tan pi by 3. So what is tan 60? Tan 60 is nothing but root 3. Let us move on to the next question. Sin minus 11 pi by 3. So what we have to do? Similar to the previous problem, we have to find a number which is closer to 11 and it must divisible by 3. So we have 12, right? 12 is closer to 11 and it is divisible by 3. So, how we can write in terms of 12 for minus 11, that is we can write that as 1 minus 12 is nothing but minus 11, right? So, 1 minus 12 pi by 3, or that is nothing but same thing, that is pi minus 12 pi by 3, or you can write sine of pi by 3 minus 12 pi by 3, right. Now, what is 12 by 3? That is 3 ones are 3, 4s are, so we have 4 pi, right. Pi by 3 minus 4 pi. Now, we have to express this in terms of this form, that is sine of 2n pi plus x. So, this minus 4 we can write it as plus 2 into minus 2 into pi. Is it so? Right? 2n pi. This n must be any integer. We know that minus 2 is any integer, right? So, we can write minus 4 as 2 into minus 2. So, we have pi by 3 plus 2 into minus 2 into pi, that we can write it as, so that is nothing but, so x plus 2n pi or 2n pi plus x is nothing but, right, sine x. So, we can write that as sine pi by 3. So, what is sine pi by 3? So, that is sine 60, that is root 3 by 2. We have our last problem, that is cot of minus 15 pi by 4. So, what we have to do? Like previous question, we have to find a number which is closer to 15 and it must divisible by 4. So, we have 16 which is closer, right? 16 which is closer to 15 and which is divisible by 4. So, let us use that. So, we have cot of minus 15, that we can write it as 16 minus 1, sorry, that is 1 minus 16, that is minus 15 pi by 4, which is equal to, we can write that as pi minus 16 pi divided by 4, that is nothing but pi by 4 minus 16 by 4, 16 pi by 4, that is 4 pi, right. Now, how we can express in terms of 2n pi plus x? So, here we can express that as minus 4 pi you have, that can be expressed as 2 into minus 2 pi, correct? This is 2n pi. So, 2n pi plus x is equal to, right, cot x. So, that is cot pi by 4. You know tan pi by 4 is, that is tan 45 is 1. So, cot pi by 4 is also 1. So, we have come to an end of this session. You have assignment question where your first question is find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions for the following, where the first question is cot x is equal to minus 5 by 12, where x lies in the second quadrant. So, x is in the second quadrant. So, use that ASTC rule. In the second quadrant you have only sine and cosecant is positive. So, remaining must be negative value. So, next problem is sin x is equal to 3 by 5, where x is in the second quadrant. So, it is already sin x is positive. Then find out the other 5 trigonometric functions. Now, we have our second question, that is find the values of the following trigonometric functions. Sin 31 pi by 3. So, we have to make use of the same method. Next, cos minus 1710 degree, right, 1710 degree. In the next session, we are going to discuss about trigonometric identities. With this, I conclude my session. Thank you. Sai Ram.